What do you guys think of my new intro? Thumbs up if you guys liked it. For today's video, the makeup look is going to be a very sultry, very glam, not too dark and heavy smoky, but just perfect for day or night. I recently watched a film, Upgraded, with Camila Mendez. You guys may know her as Veronica from Riverdale, but this look is literally her. Dark hair, bold dark eyebrows, nice poreless skin, which I don't have, but we are going to try to recreate this look. And she always rocks like a bricky, warm lip. So let's get started. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I did get my hair cut in color. And after watching that film, just watching her beautiful overall look, it had me inspired to do something different. So let's go. I had no idea that the actual pencil itself was loose, so once I turned it over to use a spoolie, the pencil fell. So, not using that guy. Nothing new to my brow routine. I'm just filling it in, then with brow powder, and then using a whole bunch of concealer to shape out my brows. You guys, I truly believe this year, 2024, is going to be an amazing year for everybody. And I'm also on a good start to film more videos. Editing takes forever and a day, as most of you guys may know. I'm also working on my first favorites video. I know it's February, however, I am going off the lunar calendar. So I gotta give myself a break here. But definitely trying to get back on track. This is one of my favorite concealers to use, and I, for some reason, discovered that you can use the wand to shape out your brows. I mean, if you look at the wand, it's a triangular but flat shaped, so you can definitely sculpt out or carve out your brows without using an actual makeup brush. I just love using my Makeup Forever brush because it works really well, but why did it take me to use the entire tube of concealer to realize that I could actually use the wand? I don't know, a little slow there, but yeah. Okay, 1.5 hours later, my brows are finally done. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids and set the primer before using eyeshadow. So I've been sleeping on Patrick Ta's products. I mean, it's really pretty fancy to look at, but I've never gravitated or had the urge to buy it, right? Anyways, just the other day, I just stumbled across his products. Then I learned that majority of it, or maybe all of it, is vegan cruelty free. Of course, I had to fact check it. So I checked the Sephora's app and looked at the products. Not everything is green or verified. So I just purchased the two things that were. I went and bought this palette. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. It's like a mirror, it's all fogged up, but isn't it so beautiful? I have no idea if this is palette 1, 2, or 3. Like I mentioned, I have no idea about this brand. All I know, it's really fancy and fun to just move around under the lights. So let's go ahead and start off with the lightest matte color as a wash all over the eyes. And there was like little sparkles in there, but it wasn't too bad where it disturbed me. Moving on with a warmer color for the crease, I am going to use a different technique. Instead of using the brush and swiping it across the eyes, I'm going to do little stamping and pressing motions onto my crease areas with the colors. This way I have control of where I want to place it, whether it's a light application or a darker application. It may seem like I'm going to create like a halo eye effect. It somewhat looks like it, but I'm actually just slowly building the colors layer by layer because I don't want it too dark. I just want it to have a gradual blend, and adding on is definitely easier than removing. So I'm trying to be careful with applying my shadows this time. As you can see, I'm a little disappointed. I wasn't sure if it was the wrong brush I was using. So then I moved on to a more dense brush, but I felt like I had to use a lot of pressure. You'll see that I'm pushing the brush into the palette really hard. There's not much fallouts, but I don't feel like anything's really picking up and it's not really transferring onto my lids. Then again, I'm not sure if there's a special way to use this. Like I said, I just happened to be in the store, saw this beautiful palette, and I decided to buy it. I decided to add some of the mattes and then use that same shimmery color on top to see if it made a difference. Again, I'm just here shaping out my lid space. I don't want anything too dark and heavy. I want this to be more of a sultry, warm, smoky eye. And I'm hoping adding mascara and false lashes, it'll give more definition around the eyes without adding too much black. For some odd reason, I decided to use cluster lashes today. If you guys haven't tried this, it's very tedious. It can get frustrating. It takes a long time, but the outcome is really nice. So watch me put on these lashes in these next few clips. Alright, let's move on to complexion. I don't have a lot of redness under my eyes, but I do have some blue and purple hues. So I'm going to be using this Givenchy's color corrector. This texture is really nice, especially used under the eyes. Our skin is really thin around that area. So a lot of times if you use something heavy, it gets cakey, it settles in the fine lines. This feels really hydrating, moisturizing. It's a medium build. It's sheer enough for a soft, glowy look, as you can see, but you can actually build it to get more coverage as needed. Next, we're going to use a concealer, and yes, this is about a shade warmer. I would say this is like my summer shade, to be honest, but the reason why I like using these types of peachier, warmer colors is that it's going to neutralize any dark spots around my face, which I do have tons of freckles, especially my cheeks and nose. This will definitely minimize those colors. This is also my summer color. I know I'm a neutral right now. I'm not as warm. You can tell the big difference there. But you also want to make sure when you're covering with a darker concealer that you blend everything else with your current foundation or cover-up shade, just to make everything blend nice and smoothly. I should have used a bigger brush because this took me forever. So now let's go ahead and mix everything all together with a cream foundation. I caved in, guys. I finally decided to buy these little paw sponges. I don't know what the fuss is all about, but we're gonna try this today. So I was skeptical because some of the sponges has like a weird texture on them, but actually after running this underwater and it expanded, it bounces nicely on the skin. It removes but adds at the same time. It just has like a nice happy medium. And I don't know what I'm doing here, maybe directing traffic at the airport, but I'm just showing you how even the coverage is very seamless. I really do like these sponges. Makeup artist approved. Like I mentioned, this is my neutral shade because it's winter time and skin is definitely lacking some pigment, but it's also dry. So I've been using a lot of cream products and my sponge as an applicator, which really gives my skin a very second skin finish and just very glowy and comfortable when I am wearing makeup. So I'm going to use a damp sponge and just use this cream product to sculpt out my cheeks, my big old chin, and the tip of my nose. I'm also using a pink blush, guys. I mean, times have changed. I wasn't a big fan of blushes unless if it's an orange, peach, or a bronzer as a blush. And then I started opening up to a really bright orange, which is Exhibit A from NARS. And then I actually use a soft pink one today. I'm going to jump in with just a sculpting product and just emphasize my cheekbones just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and brighten under my eyes with some yellow powder. Then I'm going to jump back to the eyes using a pencil brush to line my lower eyes, taking that same tool, and I'm going to emphasize my crease to make it a little bit more intense, but again using the same tones, not adding too much black to this look, but I still want it to be very smoky on the lighter side. So here I'm ending this look with some final touches. Just gonna blend the crease so there's no harsh lines in the eyes. And then I'm gonna jump in with a little bit of mascara to finish out the bottom lashes because they are a little longer than usual. And then I'm gonna go in with a nice warm brown lip liner with a nudie matte pink lips to complete the look. Thank you everyone for watching my video. If you got this far into the video, again, I really appreciate your comments. Please like this video if you guys did. Please subscribe to my channel. Show me some support and some love. Please stay tuned as I'm working on my first favorites video of the year. I also will be coming out with another video on my top 5 favorite series, and I'm going on vacation next month as a traveling makeup artist, so tune in for that video as I